The Keystone Road widening project is entering its third and final year. The three-phase project combines road widening with utility replacement and relocation, installation of concrete retention walls to handle changes in topography along the new, wider corridor, creation and preservation of retention ponds and wetlands, and the addition of much-needed sidewalks, along with adding a major connecting segment of the Pinellas Trail. Motorists and nearby residents are seeing and experiencing completion of these major elements, with more substantial progress to come.
We've already completed phase one. We're well into phase two. Once we get the underground infrastructure in place and completed and all the storm lines in place, then they can concentrate on the roadway and the base and the remainder of the sidewalk and the trail. That section will move along very quickly. When we get into phase three, you'll see a lot of the medians start coming together and looking more like a regular roadway at that point.
The current utility relocation is a major portion of the project. Area residents requested that the county minimize the impact on residents while also planning for expansion in the future. And that's why extensive utility relocation is necessary.
Once that comes to an end, then we're able to get into what you're looking at here behind me, and that's the road building portion of it. And then things start to pick up speed in the public perspective, because you start seeing finished product going down. And we're working on phase two roadway right now. Phase three is some of the center turn lanes and the medians. So once we get phase two done, the rest of it is really simple. It just really starts getting banged out.
The project is still on target for completion by the summer of 2013. Seasonal summertime rains have had an impact on the interim work, but project contractor Nelson Construction is optimistic.
The heavy rains have slowed us down. It gets the materials that we build the roadway out of soaking wet, and you can't work with them at that point. So it has impacted our schedule, but we're still hoping for a spring 2013 finish.
While keeping the project on or ahead of schedule is a priority, safety continues to be the #1 concern. At the time of this report, the roadway is still 2 lanes, with lane shifts moving traffic to the north or south sides of the project, depending on where crews are working.
We've lowered the speed limit in some sections down to 25 miles an hour. At night or in heavy rains, those areas can get kind of tricky, and we need to get motorists to slow down and pay attention to those shifting patterns, for their safety and the safety of the workers that are in the corridor.
Particularly with the topography we have here, going downhill, exceeding the speed limit, and hitting unusually wet conditions because of the state of the job can be a very dangerous combination for all of our safety. And our guys like to go home and see their families at night. I'd like to keep them doing that.
Another concern of project managers is the impact on residents living in and around the project corridor.
We appreciate the public bearing with us. Sometimes the nearby residents, they have the dirt to deal with, the noise, access into their properties are sometimes delayed, and we appreciate their patience with it.
Project managers also ask citizens' patience while waiting for the sidewalks and the segment of the Pinellas Trail to be completed. While it may seem they are ready for use, they are, in fact, not open to the public at this time for safety reasons. It won't be long before the entire Keystone Road project will be open to the public. In the meantime, think safety and be patient. It will pay off in the end. From Tarpon Springs, I'm Libby Bowling, inside Pinellas.